Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to let you guys know that this particular video is something you should take very important, because from after this video and the next video, the two testnet drops I'll be dropping, please don't joke with them. Try and make sure you participate in those testnet. You don't require to use any of your money or something to do it, so it's not something that is you pay for or something. Just try to do it to qualify for their airdrop. So it's a testnet, so and just try to do it and qualify for the airdrop. So let's go by starting. I'll be using a Yandex browser for the testnet for the purpose of this tutorial. So now the first thing you actually need a MetaMask wallet, and you need to set up it is the project is what's the name of this project? It's ZkS Testnet. So I'll show you how the RPC looks like. So this is ZkSync, as you can see. So I've set up mine already. So what you just do is, if you want to set up yours, just go to settings, go to networks. I know most of us know this, but for the purpose of those that don't know, for the sake of those that don't know, so this is how what it will look like. So what I'll do is, this network, I will drop it in the video description section, so that you can use it to also set up your network. So once you set it up, all you need to do, make sure your wallet is the one active on MetaMask, so that if you want to connect wallet, you'll be connecting to ZkSync. So that's why I said you should always turn on notification on my videos, because most of these testnet videos, they don't keep them for long. They just need few people to just test. The early birds are the ones that probably will qualify for the airdrops. So, and I'll be dropping the next one after this, which is for the other airdrop. Is actually sync. Is also sync because they are on the same network. Well, let's just go let's go on. We'll see that. So once you turn on notification, once I drop down, you see it as well. So now let's go to our browser, and I'll be, as I said earlier, I'll be using Yandex. Here's my Yandex browser. This is my Yandex browser. So as you can see, this is my Yandex browser. The link, yeah, this is it. I'll also drop this link in the video description section for you to have access to it. So once you come to this beta.1kx.exchange, that's the platform we'll be using. And then I'll advise just use the desktop version, so that you can see everything clearly. So now it's just let it finish loading before you click connect wallet. Let it load. So once it's load, just click connect wallet, connect to MetaMask. To take me now to MetaMask, you come here. So once you unlock wallets, once you connect to MetaMask, I don't know if this will be showing in the video, because sometimes MetaMask doesn't really accept screen records. So but if you don't, just input your password and unlock. So once you unlock, you see that it has connected. It's now connect. So you can see up here, you can see switch network, you can see test token. So here, the switch network, there are sometimes, if your MetaMask, if you've never connected it to ZkSwap before, you might need to switch from the current network you are to the one you need, which is ZkSync. So for example, let me just click on test tokens now to see if I can claim the token yet. So you see, it's not even clicking. I can't click on it. That means I'm on a wrong network currently. So now I'll just click on switch network, so that I will switch to. So you can see I'm currently on BSC testnet. Even though I've changed it on MetaMask, it doesn't mean, because that one is, you're just changing it on the interface, not on the network that you've been on for transactions before. So now the next thing you need to do now is to switch the network to ZkSync Alpha Testnet. Click on switch network. So now you can see it has been switched, and now instead of switch network, now we are seeing wallets has been connected. So that's our wallet address there. So now you click on test tokens, so as to get faucet for testing the site. Click on test token. Click on test. You have already requested. You can only request once per day. Okay, the request has actually gone, even though they didn't show any sign. So you can see they said test tokens has been sent to what is it called, to this my wallet. So now click on pools. Let me just check the pools first, or just go to DAI. Go to any of this. Go to BTC. Let's just go to BTC. Click on borrow, select assets, borrow, select assets. Let's select DAI, for example. I want to see the assets they sent, or maybe it has not dropped. So let me just impute this borrow amount. Impute borrow amount. BTC DAI. Okay, it says I can't borrow DAI. So you can see you can only borrow BTC currently. Let's assume you're borrowing 2, for example. Okay, it has exceeded max 1. Okay, it says 0.0002, 0.004, 0.0005. Exceeded max borrow amount. Okay, it said it has exceeded. Let's say 2 here. I'm coming. So what I was getting wrong, after clicking on the pool, as you can see up here, click on this pool. So once you click on that pool, as it is right now, then now we need to go and make borrowings. So here, to borrow, you can just let's go for, click on borrow on BTC. Just click borrow. So once you click on borrow, what is it you want to use to make borrow? We have 100 link, so you can just use link to borrow. You can just use, for example, you can use 20 of your link to borrow BTC. Yeah, you're using 20 now, or 20 link as collateral, which you are keeping that. Okay, in case I did not pay back, just take my link. But I'm using it as collateral to borrow 0.5. Okay, let's say I'm borrowing 0.05 BTC. So that's what you can borrow with 20 link as collateral. So now you click on borrow, then it will ask you to go and approve transaction on your wallet. Now we'll go to MetaMask to approve transaction. So as you can see, once you slide up, it will highlight the sign. Then you click on sign. You sign again. So you can see we have borrowed 0.0005 BTC using link as collateral. So you can see now here it is active that you've made borrowing. So you can, after borrow, now you can repay. But still, let's make the borrow on all the active pool here. So what do we use as collateral here? You can use your BTC as collateral. You can use 5 BTC as collateral to borrow, let's say 20 USDC. Borrow. You go and approve transaction again. You do for each and every one of them like that. So you still sign again, still approve transaction once again. I don't mind keep doing all these things as long as I will get a reasonable airdrop. That's the most important thing. Don't think it's stressful, this and that. I know that's what a lot of people will be thinking. But when people start shouting, oh, my airdrop is now worth $100 now, oh, my airdrop is now worth $1,000 now, you won't feel bad because you also get. But if you refuse to do it, so that's when you will be angry, and it doesn't even cost you money, just your data to use. So now let's use 1 BTC as collateral to get 100 DAI. Okay, what I'll just do is, to avoid making the video too long, I'll just I'll just do the rest. Then after doing all the rest, I'll now show you what is next. So since we have 2 left, let me just do the 2. Yeah, as you can see now, I'm done with every borrow. Every borrow is active. So now whatever it is you call borrow in this life, you should know that at the back, you always have it at the back of your mind that you have to pay back. So the next thing you need to do now is pay back your borrow. That's repay. Click on repay for the first one. So what you do now is just repay whatever amount you borrow. So you have to repay whatever it is you borrow. You sign the transaction. All you just need to do is to just click repay. So repayment is successful. So you click on the second one, just click repay as well. You do for all of them, all the active borrowings. Okay, it's saying we should come in. Okay, the debt is 20 USDC. 20. Let's repay. You see the amount you borrow down there. You see the amount you borrow here, somewhere around here. Okay, sorry, let it come up. Click repay. So the amount you borrow will be around here. You can just impute the amount. So now the ETH amount is 0.1234. This, then you repay. So what I'll do now is I'll just pause the video once again, then finish the rest. Then the next procedure I will continue. Once I'm done with all the repay, then I will go on to the next step. So when you are done with repay, though most of these testnets, you don't really need to do everything. But the most important thing is just make sure you do some borrow and you make repay, so that you know that you test all the options. Then now you can click on new pool. Creating a new pool, it means you want to add liquidity to a pool. So now you can just say, okay, use BTC. You want to add BTC. Let's say, for example, you want to add 10 BTC as liquidity, or let's say 8. Let's just use 8. You just say add liquidity. Add liquidity. So in this aspect of liquidity, what I'll just do, I'll just use like two of the tokens, like BTC and DAI. So I'll just use those two to avoid wasting much of our time. So we've done for BTC. Then let's run for add new pool now. The new pool, we use DAI, and we use how many are we using? Let's use 20 DAI, or let's just, I notice, I'm coming. Okay, there's a particular amount you can use, but I notice, okay, it's actually working. It's working. So let me use, you can use any amount. There's no stipulated amount that you must use. So I'm just trying to use some amount that is just reasonable. So let's use 20, add liquidity, you sign transaction. Let's go sign transaction. So you sign the transaction. So after signing now, when you add liquidity in everything you add liquidity, you can always remove it. So now what we'll do is, we've tested add liquidity, it's worked. Now let's test remove liquidity. You just click on the minus sign on the ones we added liquidity for, which is BTC and DAI. So now we click on minus sign, we remove liquidity, which is how much did I add here, which is 8. I can just remove 4. That's half of the liquidity and leave the rest. Let's remove liquidity. Let's go and sign transaction. remove it. Done. Go here, click minus sign on die as well. I think I added 12 or thereabout. I can just, but you need to use the amount. You can see the amount we use is high number of figures. You can just say, I can just decide to use 1, 2. I can just say 6. Let's just use, oh, I don't know, zeros are not working, so let's just use any amounts, just so that we know that we've removed some part of the liquidity. It must not necessarily be half, it can be anything. It's just to show that yes, remove liquidity is working. That's the important thing. So we've removed the liquidity. So the next thing we need to try now is trades. I learned their end and starts are not really working at the moment, so these are the working ones. So, and that's what we are trying. So let's swap BTC to USDC. Let me swap 10 BTC to USDC. Okay, let me use 19. Okay, I think something is wrong. Okay, let me say 12. Okay, so okay, let's just use the one. Let's use 1 BTC. It said not enough USDC in the pool. Okay, let's use other token. Let's use DAI, and let's use 1 BTC. Not enough. Okay, let me use 0.00005. Okay, now this one will work. So let's swap. So you just keep trying the figures that works. It's because the amount, when you try to put that amount in that pool, they don't even have enough funds, enough liquidity in the USDC for you to be able to swap the token. That's what it means, even though it's a testnet. So they didn't really put that much. I think from what I noticed, they put in the testnet platform, they put more of DAI and BTC. So you can use more of DAI and BTC. You can see our swap is successful. So for the N is more like staking, but I learned it's not working. So you can see when I even click on N, it's not even coming up. It's still showing the same swap trade starts, same thing. It's not coming up, so just ignore. So that's all we need to do at the moment. So don't forget to share with your friends and family to also qualify for this airdrop, and also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you're yet to. So that's all we need to do. So for the next one, the sync swap, just watch out, just turn on notification. I will be dropping it immediately after this. I'll work on the video as well, then I'll drop a video on how to use the run the ZkSync testnet airdrop as well. So take care guys, watch out.